Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace a thermostat. This one's actually not bad, but I need it for another unit. What you do is lift up on the bottom right here, and that pulls the whole deal off. Now what you want to do is turn off the breaker for your AC, as well as for the fan on the forced air unit. So I went ahead and did that there. And if you have a circuit alert device, you can verify that power is off. Now this is low voltage, but the reason that I'm turning the power off is as I'm working on the unit, I don't want to kick the unit on by accident by bridging the units and causing it to turn on and off and on and off and all that. So anyway, that's turned off now. Use a flat blade. Pull the screws out. And before I get too far, I'm going to go ahead and loosen up the wire connections on the thermostat here. Now my particular unit, you're always going to want to mimic what you already have. Most of it's straightforward. Red goes to red, white goes to white, Y goes to yellow. And this particular one, blue goes to G or green. That's just how this one's set up. Yours may be slightly different. This also has a jumper wire in between red hot and red cold, or RH and RC. Anyway, we just loosen up our wire connections here, and then we'll be able to pull out. And I don't need to keep the jumper wire on this one, but I'll just leave it with the thermostat base here. Pull out my wires, and now I'm ready to take out the other screw here. Once that's out far enough, I'm going to be able to use my nut driver. Okay, here's the new unit. Same kind of deal, it pulls up from the side here in order to separate the two halves. It has this sticker over the end here, and it had a label basically telling you that if you're using a 2 transformer system, one for heating and one for cooling, then you'd want to take off the jumper wire. Mine's using a single transformer system, so I'm going to be leaving the red jumper wire, and the red will just bridge between the 2 leads. Again, we've got our power turned off so that if these touch, they don't accidentally turn the system on. So we're going to feed all these wires right through the base here. Anyway, feed all the wires through here. Okay. And that'll allow us to cover up the footprint of the other thermostat. They do have these plates, and a lot of my units have these cover plates, which are pretty nice. This particular one does not have them. Anyway, if you have wood behind, which this one does on this side, then you don't need to use the mollies. But if you don't have wood behind there, then you want to use the mollies. This one came with some drywall mollies. As well as some new batteries. So you can speed things up with a drill here, or you can do them slowpoke style like I'm going to be doing with the traditional screwdriver. And again, I've got some wood back there, which is good. Gives it something to bite on, so I won't need to use the supplied mollies. But if you don't have wood back there, then you'll want to go ahead and use the mollies. The second screw passes through here, through the circuit board. And we'll just want to level our thermostat so it's nice and level. And that's pretty good. Next we're going to hook up our wiring, and again this one blue is going to go to G, and you probably can't see these at all, so I'm just going to read them off to you. WRB, and this is a WC and a WH underneath. So it's WWHB, WC. Then on the bottom we got G, we got O, and we got Y. So as I said, the only tricky part on my particular setup is the blue wire is going to go to G. Everything else is pretty straightforward, as you would think it would be. Loosen the screws here and get this set up. So the blue is going to go to G, yellow is going to go to Y, red's going to go to hot, red's going to go to the other leg of the red wire, and white's going to go to W. All pretty straightforward here. And just give it a little tug and make sure I feel we got a good contact there. Okay. Okay, and the last one's the white wire. We're also going to want to make sure that we're able to push these down so that they don't get in the way of the body of the thermostat. There we go. It looks like that should work out good. Okay, now we're ready for our batteries. That little fabric there makes it easier to get the batteries out in the future. The negative is going to go towards the spring, positive towards the nub, and we'll use the negative to push the spring over, lock it in there. Now we're ready for our cover, and what we do here is just tilt it on from the top and snap it into place. Here's the sticker that was telling us about that red jumper wire, but anyway. So I'm going to set this to off and auto. Now we'll come back over here, we're going to turn our breakers back on, and we'll test the system out. So this top breaker was for our air conditioner, and the bottom one, smaller one, was for the forced air unit split system. So, okay, anyway, we'll turn this on to cool, and then we'll lower it down. And it usually has a couple seconds or even a couple minute delay to protect the compressor. So the air turned on right away, we're good to go there. Okay, now we're going to turn it over to the heater, and then we'll have to raise up the temperature by pushing up. And once we get above 80, it should click on. That clicked, but it didn't click on. One thing you should know about these, I forgot to show you, which get an opportunity to show you here, is there is a switch here for electric or gas setup. The switch is right here. Each different thermostat usually has this switch. So I switched that over to electric right there, and now our heater clicked on properly, just like we want it to. To put the cover back on, we just put this at an angle from the top and then snap it down into place. Nice and easy, nice and simple. Back to verifying our air conditioning's working properly. Drop it down. And the air conditioning will take because it just turned on recently, it'll take a couple minutes for it to kick on, and then it'll kick on. While that's going, we can program it here. We'll go to Program. We'll go to Time. Actually, I'm going to switch that off. We just want to program the time right now. And the time at present is 12:48 p.m. So push time again. That advances to the next screen. So now we're going to go up to 43. And this one's probably faster for me to go down. Sorry, 12:48. Let's go down to 12:48, and we're ready. Time again. And now it shows us the day, and today is Monday. And let's hit the time button again, showing 12:48 p.m. on Monday. Good to go. Hit run, and we're all set. The deal is programmed. And now you can program your settings if you want to. Got a video on that if you want to see how to program the thermostat. Anyway, we're good to go. That's how to replace the thermostat. Again, I'll lower this down and show the working of the air conditioning. Okay. You can also push the hold button so it holds it at that temperature. And the thermostat should have a 5-minute delay built into the thermostat itself, so if the air condition was on previously, it doesn't just kick on right away. It allows the compressor pressures to equalize, and then it'll kick on. Okay, here it is. The auto delay feature just kicked on. Air conditioning kicked on. And we're good to go there. That's how to replace the thermostat. Make it nice and good. Good to go. You can see here this other type of thermostat has a little jumper pin for switching between electric and gas. Here's the little pin. I just pulled it off. It's over the 2 posts there. For a gas setup, you would set it up like so. And for electric setup, you would move it over to here. I have a hydronic system which is similar to electric system, so mine works setting it up for electric use. Good to go there. That's how to change out your thermostat.